Hello and welcome. This is Pamela Erickson with EBSCO, and today we're looking at a very brief session on Science Reference Center, showing you all the highlights you'll need to apply this in schools and public libraries for science research for students. Keep in mind that Science Reference Center is also offered on the Explorer interfaces and on EBSCO host. So let's go ahead and get started in Science Reference in its own native interface here, where on the right-hand side, you have quick, easy access to lesson plans, science experiments, and more. When I click on science experiments, you see there are over 1,500 science experiments, and these are activities as well. So you can click on the title to get to the detailed record, just like in all EBSCO content, and you can see this article in HTML. Keep in mind that all HTML articles have this read speaker feature. So if I want to listen to the article, I have 3 accents to choose from. And if I want to, I can highlight parts of the article to be read aloud. I can also download the article as an MP3 file. So as I scroll up, let's go back. We were in science experiments. And to make science experiments reader-friendly at a particular lexile level, I'll show you that right now with advanced search. Then we'll come back to the home page. Advanced search takes us to a page where there are a number of limiters, and those limiters include lexile reading level. So let's say I want to find science experiments for my 5th and 6th grade at-grade readers. I can choose the grade here in my lexile reading level, and then I can come over to document type, and under document type scroll all the way down to the S's for science experiment. Now when I click search, I'll only return activities and experiments in the lexile for 5th and 6th grade reading. Assuming I really like some of these, I can go ahead and add them to a temporary folder, which then populates this box with a gold banner across it. And that is my temporary folder. I can save items to a folder I've created in Explorer, EBSCO host, History Reference Center, or create one here in Science Reference Center. If I do that, I just go to Sign In, create a new account, and this is COPA compliant, so no email address is requested. Students just create their own username and password with their first name, answer a question so that their identity to the account only is recognized should they forget their password. Okay, from the Find field, we can search for, say, what's coming this summer in Eclipse. So if I do a quick search on Eclipse, I have over 1,400 results for all different age levels. And I should mention that Science Reference Center has a student user-friendly look. It also has content that's quite complex and academic. So it's a broad spectrum from very young students to some experienced scientists. As I scroll down, you'll see that I have articles from Discover magazine, full text, from Sky and Telescope. And Sky and Telescope articles are available in PDF, and Discover magazine offers both HTML and PDF. So PDF is scanned in from the actual document, as you can see. I can download that PDF, and I can read the article right here, or move to another article within this issue of Discover. Whether it's an HTML article or a PDF, the tools on the right-hand side indicate what you can do with the article. You can print or email, save it to a folder. We've talked about folders. Cite, create a note, export, create a note is in EBSCO host, and find a permalink to this article that teachers can use in Noodle tools, in their learning management systems like Blackboard or Canvas, and they can post the link, not the URL in the upper part of the toolbar. That's a temporary URL. It will time out. But this permalink is very, very helpful. So far, we've looked at searching from science experiments and narrowed by Lexile using the advanced search page. We've also searched the term eclipse and talked about the folder. Let's go ahead and show you what's on the rest of the home page. Starting with these categories of physical science, applied science, earth, life, and space science, we can click on any one of these to work from the general to the specific. So here I'm searching on space sciences and astronomy, and I really want to know more about galaxies. So I can scroll down to galaxies, click on it, and find all the potential articles in Science Reference Center having to do with galaxies. I can then come over to the limiter box and see how I can narrow this. I can narrow it by peer-reviewed journals. I can narrow it by date. And I can even find more limiters here. I can narrow it by source type, by subject, and by publication. So if I only want to see the results from Sky and Telescope and Astronomy, I would have to go to Show More. Anything beyond one choice here, I'd have to go to Show More and then choose what it is that I'm looking for. I like to alphabetize it first. So I wanted Astronomy. There are lots to choose from here. Just showing you the result set in Sky and Telescope. Now I'll only see results from these two publications. To see what the article is all about, I can come right over here, just like an EBSCOhost, and view the small little icon to view the abstract. If that's something I want to save, I can add it to the folder and then sign in, or I'll lose that material. So if I don't create a folder or sign in to one, everything in my folder is temporary. It will vanish when I leave the session. Notice the Lexiles are hyperlinked in these articles. So this article from Astronomy says it's a Lexile of 1130. Rather than having to memorize that, just go ahead and know that that is usually an 11th to 12th grade reading level. This is a printable handout on Lexiles, and I urge you to read other parts of it as well, including by clicking here and learning more about the Metametrics website and what's on it. The stretch Lexile band is really for Common Core standards that are a little more rigorous. Let's go ahead and click on Science Reference Center and go back to the bottom of the page where you have a carousel of full text books, a variety of just some of the hundreds and hundreds of available. So if I'm a student who likes math, I might like this Physical Science, Matter, and Motion. And then I can choose the chapters that I want to view. I can also download the PDF and create a new search. Now keep in mind that in the upper right, the User Center here, Help, gives you printable handouts on everything we're talking about today, including searchable fields and how to set up a folder. From here, I can also view the publications by subject and description, or matching any words in the title, in addition to searching them alphabetically. So let's see how far back our Discover title goes. It goes from full text from 2001 to present. It has both types of full text. HTML is dynamic, and it allows you to change the language of the article or be read aloud. So if I move over to all the issues of 2017 so far, maybe I have a reference question for March 2017, I can go across here and click on HTML and listen to the article. All right, I hope you liked this short session. We are going to move over to the advanced search page now and point out some of the limiters we haven't seen yet. This is a full text database, and for the most part, but if you are an advanced researcher and you don't need full text, you can uncheck this. The benchmarks apply to a variety of standards in science education. And so if I want to scroll down to weather and climate and earth and space sciences, I can click on this standard and find all the related articles to weather and climate. That's coming up very shortly. So right now that doesn't appear to be moving for some reason. I'll have to double check why that is, so my apologies. But let's go ahead and move over to publication type. So there are many publication types you can narrow by, and I recommend checking these out just in case a reference question comes up on, say, a scientist biography or an essay. You can also narrow by articles that are cover stories, usually featured articles in a magazine, by subject, whether it's PDF, full text, and so forth. And under More, you can search images and video in Science Reference Center. So you have quite a variety of options here. You can search images of people and photos of places, natural science photos, flags, and even video collections in the benchmarks. So if I want to look to see if there are any videos of cells, I can go ahead and just choose videos of cells. I have animations on a variety of topics. So you can choose that, find out more about how it's described, and add it to your folder as you wish. So I've added items to my folder. Here's my folder view. This is a temporary folder until I sign in, but I never really have to sign in. I can choose which items I want to print, to email, to save, or to export. So that's, in a nutshell, the highlights of Science Reference Center. The featured topic changes on a regular basis, and I urge you to come in and explore the biographies of scientists as well as the benchmarks in a variety of broad topics in science, moving right to the specific standard and theme. What we'll do now is we'll go to our support site, which is help.ebsco.com. And from here, we can go to institution type, and I'll choose schools or public libraries here. And you can see all the different products featured in the public library. If I choose schools, Science Reference Center will be listed. And then I can zero in on the user guides, even advanced searching in Science Reference Center, as well as training and promotion, FAQs, and educator resources. The alignment with Common Core has in-depth alignment with standards, and I think that's a very versatile and important tool. Under training, don't forget we offer more than 70 classes per month as our upcoming classes, and those classes that are open to all have been recorded, so they're posted here under recorded sessions. To the right, you'll find tutorials and scavenger hunts for your student resources, lesson plans and handouts, and curriculum integration resources. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. When you leave the session, an evaluation will pop up. I hope that you have a moment. It takes about a minute to fill out 5 questions. My name is Pamela Erickson. I'm a librarian and training specialist with EBSCO, and I really appreciate your time today. Thank you. Bye-bye.